Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm participating in the Speedy Scrapbooking Hop with Ginger from Ginger's Corner. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some quick scrapbooking with Ginger on Ginger's Corner. She is running a hop during the month of July, and this is a hop that focuses on using sketches to quickly get layouts created. So if you're like me and find that there are never enough hours in the day, but you still love to document your memories, then come check out how this group is working together to use simple sketches and tips for speedy scrapbook layouts. There are 23 original sketches for this hop created by Ginger and her friend Mallory, available to view or download. These sketches are loaded in the Albums section under the Media tab of Ginger's Corner's Facebook group. When you get to the album, you can click the bold letters of the album titled Speedy Scrapbooking, scroll the comments of each sketch if you want to see people's completed layouts, and there are instructions there for you if you'd like to add and share your version of each sketch in the comments of the sketch. I will put a link to Ginger's Facebook group in the description of this video, along with a link to the collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers who are participating in the hop will be adding their videos for this series. So, does your desk ever look like this? I am not going to be creating a layout today, but I am going to be talking about how I am preparing myself for this hop. So, the month of July is going to be a busy one. I took a new position at work, so I have a learning curve ahead of me. I hired new staff, so I have some training for them too. I have my grandkids are coming for the first week of the month, and so that always means there's going to be a house full of people. I have travel plans a couple of times coming up this month. It's going to be busy, but I still want to document my memories. So, what am I going to do? Well, Ginger invited me to play along with Speedy Scrapbooking, so I was like, yes, of course I want to play along with that because that's how I need to get things done. So, first thing I did was to go to Ginger's Facebook group and print off the sketches. So there is a PDF under the under the Files tab. You can find the file that says Speedy Scrapbooking. You can download and print it, and that's what I did. So I have all of the sketches printed. Then I asked myself, okay, what time are you setting aside this month for scrapbooking? My first answer was, I'm doing a live stream for my scrapbook store every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. You can come join us on the store page if you want to watch. I will also have those videos uploaded to YouTube at some point. I'm going to try tackling some of that this month too. Facebook is deleting our videos, so we've been downloading them and trying to get them on another platform. Anyway, that's a whole other story. So I was like, okay, well, that's one of the things that I plan to do. So I picked 4 of Ginger's sketches and I grabbed the products that I'm going to be using, which is this Craft a Clock November Man. I have the die cut pack, which is like more of a cut apart pack. You guys, these cut apart packs, if you have not seen these, like, I know I sound like an infomercial right now, and it is my role to kind of like tell people about the product. But I'm not even kidding you. There are 600 images. There's more than 600 images in this one pack for what? Under $20? Unbelievable. Now I have a brother scan and cut, so this isn't as daunting of a task as it might be for somebody who's going to fussy cut with some scissors, but I know there's a lot of you out there that love your fussy cutting, so don't shy away from these, cut apart packs. So, and they have they're double-sided, but it's the same image on both sides, so you can make it go either way. Okay. So the first thing I did was grab that out. I also have the 6x6 paper pad for that. And I thought, okay, well, I have 4 Tuesdays that I'm going to be going live because July 1st was a Tuesday and it is a holiday in Canada. So we weren't going to go live that day. But we have 4 other Tuesdays this month. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to pick 4 of Ginger's sketches and I'm going to go ahead and add photos to them. So I also know that I'm using these products. So what are the themes in the products? Well, let's see. So for this sketch, which is perfect for 6x6 paper pad, by the way. So I'm looking forward to that one. We are going to be using the birthday stuff because I have birthday photos of my grandson. So there's birthday stuff included. And then the next one I picked was that there is, I don't even know if you can see it on here, but there's a trumpet here. There's a whole sheet of just music stuff. So I have pictures from a concert that I went to with my husband and his mom. And then movie. So there's movie stuff on here as well. So I picked this roadside attraction of Charlie Chaplin that I have from when I was in Ireland. And then we have the sailboat. There's like fishing and all kinds of stuff in this one as well. And so I have another one for my roadside attractions album, which is the Blue Nose from the Dime in Canada. So that one is found in Nova Scotia. So I have those. I had a couple little extra photos. I'm going to tuck them in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but they were from the concert. So there we go. So then I was like, okay, now I'm ready for that. And that's going to make me some quick videos for that time that I've already set aside in my calendar for scrapbooking. Okay. Then I also have myself signed up to go to an afternoon crop with some friends that I do once a month. One of my friends hosts a crop at her condo. She rents the party room. We all go, we all scrapbook, we all visit, we get to catch up on each other's lives. And so that is scheduled already this month. And then I have another crop where I'm hosting at the store. It's 11 hours long. And so I need some things to do. So I was like, well, what am I going to do that's quick and simple to take along with me? So the next kind of thing that I'm trying to tackle scrapbook wise is 2021. So I don't know about you guys, but 2021 was a pretty big year for us. We had a new grandbaby. So this is little Miss Amelia. She was born in 2021. Our youngest son graduated from high school. Our oldest son got married. So we had a lot going on. So needless to say, I do not have 2021 memories under control. And those are some pretty big events that I definitely want to get in the books. So I was like, okay, well, I have all of these double page layout sketches from Ginger, and I don't typically scrapbook double page layouts, but I know that I will for graduation because you get so many photos. Like Grand March, I have 10 pictures. Well, look, this has 10 pictures. So yay, right? So I matched up my photos with my layouts. Another thing that was kind of daunting for me was the multi copies of the different photos. So you know how when you order from the photographer at graduation time and they give you like 15 copies of the same picture in multiple different sizes? I was like, I don't want to put the same picture in here 14 times. So I think that was a bit of a holdup, but once I had it in my head that I was going to just sort them and pick one size for my album and set that aside and all the rest went back into storage, then I felt like I had control over this. I also wanted to show you, or to tell you, because I don't have my phone with me. I think it's charging somewhere. On my phone in iCloud, I have albums. So that when I know I want to scrapbook Aiden's graduation, I just go to the Aiden's graduation album in my iCloud, and that's where I find my photos. So if your photos are organized, it's quicker to print stuff off to scrapbook, right? So that's another speedy tip. If you get your photos under control and you have some organization, then you'll feel more like you know where to go when you want to print stuff off. Okay. So let's say you went on a trip, put all of those trip photos into one album, and then you know where to look if you are wanting to print photos from that trip. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's my other tip. Anyways, so I took all of these double page sketches and I matched them up with photos. So this one has what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 again, photos. So I printed out 10 photos. Now, these ones are all the ones that were already printed by the photographer. So these ones have basketball. I had 2 photos. I'm like, okay, let's get a sketch that has 2 photos. Did it. Here's another one, 2 photos. Found a sketch with 2 photos. Did it. Then I have these other double page ones where I'm going to put all the big photos that were in that package from the photographer, and they're all going to go into his album, and we're going to use these quick and simple photos. So here's another thing. If I'm looking at this and I'm like, look at all those photos, but I have this. There's no room for an 8x10 on here. Yes, there is. This right here is a photo spot, and I can put my 8x10 in place of all of these photos and still put smaller photos on this side. They don't have to be exactly the same size. It just is a representation of where your photos can go, right? So if I had more photos, I could say, well, I have extra photos. So instead of printing a 4x6, I'm going to print 2 3x4s and it'll fit in that same spot. So it's just a representation of photos. Okay. Also just a jumping off point. And I know Ginger says that all the time, so I know she agrees with me. Okay. So grad photos, that's what I'm taking to the crops that I'm going to this month. So the reason that I did it that way was because grad is going to all come from the same iris container that I have all of my school scrapbooking supplies stored in. Okay, so all I have to do is put my photos in there and take this with my basic toolkit to the crop, and I'm good to go. Okay, I always have my basic toolkit plus black and white cardstock in my bag, and then I just have this to pack and I'm good to go. I have everything I need for some quick and simple layouts, and I can still visit with my friends and chit chat and do all the things. Okay, so that time is already set aside for scrapbooking. So I'm going to use this Speedy sketches, and then I'll come back and I'll do a little bit of a share with you guys and show you what we made at the crop. Okay, so there's that. Now, I don't have any other specific times set aside for scrapbooking. Like I said, I have some travel planned. I have some company coming. I'm starting a new job. It's not a new job. It's a new position in the same job, but there's a learning curve there, and it's a managerial position, so I need to learn how to manage a group of people. So there's that. Probably going to be some training involved too, but we're going to roll with it, right? Hoping training doesn't happen till the fall, to be honest with you, because I just have so much on my mind. So the rest of these, I was like, well, you know what? If I just take the leftover sketches, so I had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sketches left that I had printed from Ginger's PDF there. And I was like, you know, if I just have these sketches matched up with photos that I know will already fit on the layouts, then I can, when I have a few minutes, when I have, 5 minutes here or 15 minutes here, or maybe I have an hour to spend, I can put together a layout or pick a title or grab some paper, whatever, but it's all ready to go. So what I did was, again, we're talking 2021 because that year was big for me. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I've got a handle on those pre-printed photos that were in that photo box, and I know where I'm going with that. And now my next big thing that I was like, I have just kind of passed on it because it's just been such a big deal, is 2021. Let's focus on that. So we got grad handled. We got some grad photos on the go. Let's get back to Amelia's baby album. So I went to the album. I found out how far I had scrapbooked. I had gotten all the way up. She was born in January, and I had finished up to the month of the end of July. And that, That's when her parents got married, was first weekend in August. So you can tell that the wheels fell off the bus there. Anyway, it just got crazy. We also went on a vacation that week because it was one of the rare times where we had our whole family together. Anyway, it was crazy. It was a crazy year. Awesome year. I mean, we are so blessed, but like crazy, right? And so many things I want to make sure I document, like her using her walker and the first time she went to the ceramic place and finger painting and going to the trampoline park and going to see the sunflowers for the first time. All of these things I definitely want in her album, but I have to get them done, right? So I printed off photos to match with each sketch. I was able to delete 2 albums because what I do is after I've printed the photo, I remove it from the album so that when I go back to print something to scrapbook, the only things left in that album are things I haven't printed and scrapbooked yet. Okay, so if I took a trip to Niagara Falls and I have 800 photos from that, I'm going to print, like let's say we went to the fireworks that night. I'm going to print the photos I need for the fireworks layout. Then I'm going to delete all the other fireworks photos that don't need to go in there from the album. Not from my phone. They still live on my iCloud. I just take them out of the album. And then when the album's empty on my phone, I know that my album is full on my shelf. Does that make sense? So once that is completed, then it can go on the shelves outside of my craft room. That's kind of my process. So anyway, I was able to delete 2 more albums for Amelia's book. I did them by months because I did pocket pages in here too. That was just my process. So I was up to the end of July. I finished August and September and started into October with these photos. So whether I get these done in the month of July or not, I have no idea. But they're ready to go. They're printed. They have a sketch. And because they're all so similar, I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave these out and I'm going to show my friends how I go about deciding what's going to happen next. So I have this photo of Amelia finger painting and this one of her first trip to, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up. But it's the place where they paint pottery and then they put it in the kiln for you. So they went and made a Santa plate. Okay. I feel like there's a third photo that's supposed to go in here. Maybe it's still on my printer. Anyway, so those 2 are artsy. So I know that I have this Crayola scrapbook pack. Now look what else is in here. And I popped these in here because they went with the colors. So I have painting, pottery, and baby shark. They're all going to go with this paper pack. And it's just going to sit out here until I have time for it. Okay. Then I see 2 other things on here. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, they're there. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I see 2 other things on here that are going to be specific. So they're not just generic baby things. They're a little bit more specific. So one of them is this pool layout. That's going to be of her in the pool with her daddy. And this was not her first time in the pool, but maybe one of the first times that she was happy being in the pool. She didn't like it at first. So this was pretty cool. So I grabbed a summer pack out of my summer bin, and all I did was I opened the summer bin and I saw this little swan floaty, and I'm like, she's on a swan floaty here. You can't really see it in that photo. You can kind of see it in this one, but I want this to represent that she was on a swan floaty. So that's where I'm going with that one. Okay. Then the other one that was kind of specific is the sunflowers. And so I opened my fall pack, my fall iris container, and I grabbed the first pack that had a sunflower on it. Is there another one that might be better? Probably. but I'm not going to spend a ton of time flipping through every sheet of paper in the fall iris container to find the perfect paper when I know that there's nothing wrong with this one. There's a sunflower in it. I can use that to document that we went to the sunflower farm, right? Okay, and the rest of this is all my baby girl. This one, I guess I didn't pull anything for that. I should probably. So her mom and her Nana did this little photo shoot. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Where they made her, it's like a giant plant pot, but it looks like she's in a cup of hot cocoa. Isn't it funny? It's so funny. So anyways, I have these, and there were so many of them that I printed them all in 2x2, and they're gonna go with this. I might do a third row of 2x2s, or I might just pick which ones are my favorite. Doesn't matter. So I might do something different with that one, but everything else is gonna go with these little girls. So I have a mermaid one, Imagine That, and what's this one? Little Princess. So these are all gonna sit right up here. And that's where I'm going to pull from when I grab one of these layouts to do. And I just printed the photos in the size that were on the photo or on the sketches. And sometimes I didn't. So just like I showed you before, where I was like, what am I going to do with this 8x10? I'm just going to use it as a representation. So also here, we have 2 3x4s up here and a 4x6 down here. Well, 2 3x4s will also fit in that same photo spot, right? So instead of spending all your time trying to find those extra, you know, that perfect set of photos or whatever, trying to cut it down to make it what you want, make the sketch work for you, not the other way around. You don't have to work for it. Okay, so this is going to fit in that same spot. We have 2 3x4s up here. I'm going to turn this 3 photo sketch into a 4 photo layout by printing in a size that will fit in that photo space. Okay, there we go. So that is all ready to go. And all I need to do now is when I have time to sit down, I can scrapbook a layout, maybe show it to you after. Maybe I'll turn on the camera if I feel like chit-chatting while I'm scrapbooking. We'll see. But these are going to be super quick layouts. Look at this. Nothing but a title, a couple of photos, and some florals in behind. I can totally make that happen. I think these are going to be super quick and super fun. And I hope that you will come and join me, and I hope you will check out the playlist as well, because I think this is going to be a great series. I will not have any specific videos for this series until after the grandkids go back home, because even if I spend, 30 minutes recording something while they're sleeping, I won't have time for editing and posting. So it is what it is. While they're here, though, I am hoping to upload some of my live streams from the store. So there will be content going up. It's just going to be random, super random. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that you will go check out that playlist and see where we're at. A big thank you to Ginger and Mallory for creating the sketches for this series and encouraging those of us who have limited time to keep on documenting our memories. And thank you to Ginger for inviting me to join in. If you are here from the Speedy Scrapbooking playlist, thank you so much for spending some time on my channel. I hope you enjoyed my video and that you'll come back again. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.